Hey guys, it's me, Lena Michelle. Thank you again for hanging out, passing by. I was pretty committed to doing this video today. I was excited about it because, as you recall, I don't know, maybe you recall, maybe you don't, but last video I made, I was pretty ruffled because of all the current events, and it was getting to me. And I just kind of just said, you know what, I'm going to represent good. The naughty people, the bad people, the evil people, they're representing who they are serving very well. And I decided I was not going to make my platform my opportunity to get on social media another venue to disperse the update of the bad stuff. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I am good. I represent good, and I believe in God, and I believe in, people getting to choose a God of their own understanding, their faith. Some people haven't arrived to that point, and I don't like throwing it down their throat, but they're good people, and some people just believe in a source higher than themselves. Whatever, that's everybody's story. I'm not here as a guru. I don't have suggestions. I'm just literally sharing my journey as I went through this unexpected chapter in my life, and it was so dark, and I landed in active addiction as a grown woman, and it shocked the mess out of me, and I'm on the side of recovery, and I work the 12 steps, and I have this wonderful community and format, and I follow it. And so as I'm rebuilding, as I'm healing, as I'm just getting things still back in order, I just want to represent the good, and I'm primarily here to do my wellness journey. So it's not a platform for current events. It's just me expressing myself. So on that note, one of the first person I chose for my Wednesday's Day of Homage is Bill Cosby. Because Bill Cosby to me was so absolutely important in the 80s and 90s for us. The Huxtables was not just a television show. It was in the area we grew up in, Midwood, Flatbush area. And it was a hug to our family and the era that was going on right there. Was a lot of culture love. We were very proud of Bill and the image, and then the spin-offs with Different World, and it was just a whole movement, and it was a part of our young adult lives, our childhood, our teen years. It was what it was. And then all these decades later, there was a lot of business politics going on that was making the news, and I felt like he was stripped of all of what he has done, not just with the Cosby Show and the movies, but he and his wife, Mrs. Cosby, was instrumental in the philanthropist movement, and they were constantly giving to colleges, constantly. And I can't count how many times they was on Ebony magazine. So at the end of the day, I felt like all of the stuff in the news brought up some wounds for women and the black culture, women in general, but I could speak of the black culture, and brought up a lot of wounds, So now they had this image attached to this wound, and it was almost like they took, when I say they, I'm referring to the people that was pushing the media and trying to paint him as this womanizer and as this really negative person. And it was like we had this one beautiful image in the forefront, and it was like they was snatching it from us. And it was a lot of emotions, and I was one that I was like, okay, so if he had this chapter in his life, that was in his life so many years ago, and here he is now doing all these phenomenal things. So he didn't just repent, like his whole lifestyle represented his repentance. So I was like, and since when are we not allowed to forgive our people? Like, anyway, I'm off on a tangent. So I was about to go there. You saw that? I was like, yo. And so I give myself permission to be free in expressing my love for Bill Cosby and his wife. I owe anyone that knows me knows I'm like, Bill Cosby, I love you. I don't care what they say. And then when I say I don't care what they say, I'm not ignoring the accusation. I'm not ignoring it. I'm just saying that's not the whole man. And not only is it not the whole man, I'm iffy about the deliverer who's crucifying him. I was like, yo, get out of here with that. And anywho, I have decided that I love Bill Cosby, and it was important for me to get on this video to say it publicly while he's still alive, because we have our men have been really just mishandled with their different stages in their life. And I'm not saying he was innocent. I'm not saying everything was pearly. But what I am saying is his good by far outweigh his bad. Period. And as he gave himself permission to grow, we saw that in his lifestyle, publicly and then behind the scenes. And no matter what, he still showed up as an upstanding gent. He went and he sat down for those 2 years without kicking and screaming, and to own whatever he had to own. And that man is free now, and I'm going to celebrate him every single chance I get. Not only am I doing that, I'm also going to research the details of the colleges, because he donated to so many colleges and created so many things behind the scene. And I could go down the rabbit hole of all what they was accusing him of and what it was really about, but I'm not on here to do that. I'm here to say I love Bill Cosby. He is worthy of the celebration, and I'm choosing him as my very first person that I give a shout out to on my Wednesdays of homage. And it too will become polished. Right now it's not so polished, but I didn't want to let today go without keeping my word. It's a commitment to myself. Okay, so that's that. And I had the whole song, Let's Do It Again, ready to go, but I let it go because I always do the music and it's always too loud. But I will do the next one. I will do the next one like you don't know who it is. Right here. That's for you, Bill Cosby. I hope that anybody that has had issues with you and they forgive you, I hope that they accept that was a chapter in your life, but you didn't stay stuck there. And that's why I celebrate you, because you represent someone that kept showing up, not just for yourself, not just for your family, but for your culture. and I love my blaxploitation movies, as they title them, with you and Sydney, the late Sydney. And I'm going to always give you Homage. That's my cute name for it. Okay? Alright. Yes. Okay. And the next one is an easy one. Because anybody that knows me
moving to Central New York, there are
knows I am a Jay-Z fanatic. It's perfect. Yeah, about that Brooklyn. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not that bold yet. But I could do it. I could sing it. Anywho, that was hard not to sing it. But I want to celebrate Jay-Z. He is my second person that I'm giving my Homage Award to. Jay-Z, I want to say it like this because I could go on and on. Born in the same borough, same city, Brooklyn, New York. Same year, 1969. And the museum, remember when they did the dedication for him in the museum? Why that was such a big deal for me is because I reflect on, in Brooklyn and just in New York period, all the tri-state areas, we had to go to the Brooklyn Museum at least once or twice a year for like elementary school up into 6th grade. At least once or twice. And every time I think about, not that they didn't just dedicate the inside to his artistry and his achievements, but the outside. And all I could think of is this little kid with his little lunch bag, and maybe his mom escorted him, or somebody escorted him, and he's there on a school trip with his lunch bag, never imagining that his life would become this, and they would be celebrating him in this building as an adult. Like, when I think about that, I mean, the sense of pride that I have for him, I swear he's like my cousin, right? And I'm so proud of him. He is a young man that was faced with the same challenges every young man was faced with in New York. And he had the peer pressure, he had the street hustle, he had the single family home, the absent pop, the knowing who the father is. To me, that always stings more when you know who the father is. And he had all those challenges. And he had all the classic behavior that came with those challenges. But every single time a choice had to be made, he always chose forward. He always chose forward. He always chose different. And I celebrate that. When he was, in his prime, and they could link him to this chick and this chick and this chick, he gave us Beyonce. He gave us the choice to say, okay, this is uncomfortable, I'm scared, but I love her, and this is it, this is us. And they kept it private, and it was so beautiful. And then to see their relationship evolve, and then for the rawness of him to again give himself permission to grow. When it was like, oh, he cheated, he did this, he did that, it was like, okay, so he did what he did, and he made a decision to grow. Even in that, recognizing, like, I have a choice here. I'm going to lose my family. And I really love this woman. And I really want to be the father to Blue. And I mean to tell you, and then he just constantly is so brilliant and established not just platforms for his wealth development, but for other people's wealth. Like when they did that, I forget the name, and I should have researched it, but I'm not that disciplined yet. I'm working on it. But when he sold the company and everybody came out a billionaire, I was just like, oh my God, like just celebrate. Even with the people that, speak against him, he handles it in such a way. He does it in a timing. He does it where it's like he puts the mirror up like, guys, I'm not your issue. Anywho, I could go on and on about Jay-Z. I absolutely admire that brother. I celebrate him. I thank God that he had a flawless, historical, legendary event at Yankee Stadium. I was sick that I wasn't there. But with all of the videos that his fans and everyone shared, all that love, we felt it here. I'm in Charlotte, and we felt it. It was phenomenal. And I'm just so happy it was no incidents, and I just celebrated because I know I was praying. I was like praying over the old school grandma, auntie style, like just let no incident occur, let everyone have fun. One of my favorite pieces, of course, wifey out on set one, but my favorite I have to is when he brought Nas out in the beginning, and I was just like, I went crazy. I was at work and I was just like, yes, because again, I love unity. I love that these two brothers gave themselves permission to grow up in this industry. They didn't feel like they had to keep living up to this street image. Like, they literally gave themselves permission to keep growing and keep going. The things that Nas is doing is just in a category all in itself. And the fact that they publicly put all of that immature stuff behind them. And recently Jay was like, I don't even see the importance of it right now because of the mentality. It's not even a form of art. It just goes too far. And I celebrate Jay because he just keeps giving himself permission to grow. Period. The main thing that I have gotten out of my life journey is that you don't have to stay stuck. You could go through a horrible thing, and I can't say to you okay, get over it. I cannot say that. I can only be a living example that there's ways where you don't have to stay stuck, period. And so that was that. And then of course my last award goes to Jesus Christ. Period. He's the first, but I had to save the best for last. I believe in God. I believe in his son. I believe his son is the one to show us the way. Period. I believe that. I'm always going to be like Lena Walker, the Jesus talker. I'm always going to be that girl. And because it makes sense to me. What I also love is that God is so who he is. Jesus is so who he is, that I don't have to pour down your throat or anyone's throat my belief, because I can't make that decision for you. It's a personal encounter. And I believe once you acknowledge a higher power, once you acknowledge God, he will lead you to wherever and however. And I think everybody's story is different. But for me, he is my Lord, my Savior, and he's the only one that makes all of these dots connect. I trust the scriptures because of Jesus. Because it's like the way he breaks it down in the parables, I can see it in today's time, and I can make choices, and I can rely on the fact that I am not on this earth by myself, and that I can't go through this life by myself. And there's so much more. Like, I could go on and on, but these are like supposed to be, I think, like 4 or 5 minute videos, and I went way over it. But I like the idea. Like, you see, my mood is completely different because I get to just be myself and celebrate love, celebrate goodness, period. Wednesday is my day of homage. I know it's homage, but I like to say homage. It sounds fancy. And maybe I'll be more disciplined and organized. Like, I'm still adjusting to the third shift, and it seems like I would have been adjusted already, but I'm not, and I'm all scrambled. But maybe I'll be more like, I did some research, and I could make it flow like liquid lyrically, but whatever. Like, I got it out. I kept my words to myself, and I wanted to put that out there. So thanks for hanging out. I went to the gym already. I got some work to do, and I'm getting off the phone. And shout out to Monet. I saw my video today on your platform, my workout video. So thank you. Whoop whoop. See you this coming week. Thank you, guys. No music. See, no music in the background. I missed that. I'm going to put music on the next one. Okay, bye.